Listeners, as a startup founder or a change maker, there are a lot of times when we struggle to narrow down into one thing that calls to us, aligns with our passion. And while struggling to find this, we are often wandering here and there, trying to decipher the right path to tread upon, and a lot more things. And today, to help us unravel these mysteries, we have with us a person with whom these topics resonate deeply and has been helping a lot of people find their niche. And today we have Nataasha Bhardwaj joining us, who is a beacon of productivity and empowerment. Welcome, Natasha.
Thank you, Pulkit. Thank you for having me here.
Pleasure is all ours, Natasha. And before we dive into the podcast, why don't you share about yourself, your journey, and what got you here today?
So here you got me here, Pulkit.
Yep. But what has been your journey? How did you evolve on the cycle of being a productivity coach?
Yeah, so Pulkit, if I tell you I come from a very humble background, when I was born, there was no electricity, no water facility available in our village. I was born in a village in Noida. Noida has been developed city now, but it was not when I was born. And I'm not talking like 30 years ago, might be.
Hmm.
And from there, I have come forward. Like, still, if you go into the village that I was part of, girls' education is not much supported, and they get married at the age of like 19, 20 or so. So of course it was hard, but I don't complain about it like, oh, I have no, I don't like to play victim card for myself. I feel gratitude that, oh yes, I got an opportunity to have that life. Because of that life I am here today becoming a coach,
Hmm.
because life has been very very different. I was not just born there, I have lived that life, working in farms, making dung cakes and everything I have done in my life, making chapatis and that mud. In the village we call it like chula.
Yes, yes.
So I have lived that life very well. Then fighting against your parents at the age of 19 and 20, dropping out your CA and not telling them for an year that I am I'm preparing for something like this. So I was doing CA, and then along with the CA, I started doing business along with somebody, and from there itself, my coaching journey also started. And I am here today, have been awarded by many forums as youngest leader of country, and have been felicitated by mayors of Ilford, London for my work when I was living in London. I have authored three books. One is Nat's quote unquote, second is Bank in Your Pocket, and third is Uncover Your Unlimited Potential, disclosing the secrets of supernatural powers within you, which has been launched recently on 15th of January 2024, and it was showcased in World Book Fair as well. Second largest World Book Fair. It's in Pragati Maidan, New Delhi. I think so far the journey has been really, really great when I look back. And I was creating a graph of my growth, and I see the growth has been slow, but it has been phenomenal. I believe in the quote of Ratan Tata. He says, fast success make you egoistic, and slow success builds your character.
Yep.
So I am okay to go slow, and I'm going slow, and I'm happy with it. And I suggest everyone to go slow. Don't be in the rat race of becoming billionaire or in 2 year or so. Just have some patience and never give up.
That's an amazing journey. I would like to on to my first question from what you just mentioned, and I totally resonate with what you just mentioned about being from Noida and the challenges you faced in your early days. And even today, a lot of children face it. Specifically, women from these areas have to face a lot of challenges in
Mm,
this manner. But when you say to focus on your passion, like you were doing CA and then you moved on to silently becoming a
mm,
productivity coach, you applied for
mm,
it and you started preparing for it
mm, mm,
in the journey of every individual out there, and it's not
mm.
limited to just males or women, it's for all the genders out there.
Right, right, right.
There comes a time that they have to take a decision to choose between their passion and to choose between something that gives them sustenance, basically
Right.
source of income. If your
जी
passion
जी.
becomes your source of income immediately, nothing like it. But
Right.
if your passion is taking time to give you that generation of income, specifically, a lot of
Right.
hours have to go through it. How do you
Right.
really navigate and tread that path? Or what are your suggestions around that?
Yeah, so Pulkit, very practical aspects we should have in our life. Everyone is not born with the clarity, right?
Mhm,
So I dropped out CA because I was clear about my path. I always say that I have nothing to do with it. Like, I think universe was itself driving me towards it.
mhm,
So I have seen people, those who couldn't, like majority of the people, they are unable to identify in their 10th standard or in their 12th standard, like what is their purpose of life and what they have to do in their career. Career, I don't use much word because purpose of life is the biggest thing to find out. And when you find out your purpose, align it with your goals, with your professional career, then you will live a peaceful life. Now let's come to your answer question straightforward. How to identify or navigate your purpose or your niche? Sometime, just when you're trying to find out and you are unable to find out, just leave it there itself and let it go. Letting it go really helps. It means that you have surrendered to the universe, and universe will help you to find the answer. And sometime, for example, a lot of people, when they drop out their career and they know that what they have to do, but there is no 100% clarity. In that case, for example, if somebody is doing a startup, so you have started your journey, you had an idea and you wanted to do that idea and you wanted to execute and you want to take action. I would suggest to have a mentor at your side to save your a lot of time, energy and money. When you can arrange some funds to start that idea, why can't you arrange funds to have a mentor at your side? You have invested so much in the formal education, which might not be useful for you right now, or maybe useful like if you have studied in the same field. Why can't you are again on a journey of startup or entrepreneurship, which is completely new to you. How
mhm.
can you do it yourself? And
Yeah.
sometimes people, they just lose the way and they just give up or they get frustrated, and it takes a lot of time for them to achieve what they're trying to achieve. See, having a mentor at your side and then executing the idea, and then, like, if you are doing things in the right direction, then it is taking long time, makes sense. But if you are just going here and there and diverting your mind and wasting time in these all things just to save some amount money and not investing in your education of entrepreneurship, that really doesn't make any sense to me. Facilities are available around you, why are you not availing them? When you are planning a budget for to start your startup, have the budget for a mentor as well. And don't have to find a mentor who is like top notch, India's biggest coach or world's biggest coach. There are so many coaches available in your country or nearby you, those who are really genuine, but they are not promoting themselves like the world's biggest or so and so.
There's no denying to that, Natasha, that a coach is required, and every sports star, I would say, that's come out, any athlete that has been able to crack it out there, they all have a coach that's guiding every move of theirs. And
Gee,
similarly, a business owner also requires, or it's not just about a business owner, but every individual requires a coach.
right,
And that's where, in school, we have got our teachers guiding us throughout
right,
our school or college. The moment we leave the world of academic, which primarily is usually graduation for many of us, we are on our own out there. We don't have anybody looking for guidance. It's like we are just
right.
going, everybody has got their own piece to say, and then we have to take a decision. So I totally agree with you and align with you that we need to have a coach that's that can guide us on our journey and tell us when to start, when to push extra, when to leave and move forward, find something else and move on. That's really important to have in our lives. And I have been talking to a lot of people from the United States, from Europe, and other parts of the world. I have seen that people are only focusing on one specific niche out there.
Hmm.
So why is it so? And they're pretty successful in their own, things. But in India, we, instead of delegation, we, learn those skills on our own. Like, even if I talk about myself, I
Hmm.
started as a content writer, and today I know so many things. I can do designing, I can do video editing, I can do website development. But again, if I would have just focused my energy on being the best content writer out there, probably I would
Hmm.
have achieved different milestones altogether in the content industry, in rather than knowing everything that I know today about the marketing industry. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Of course, you are right in this. I won't divide it country wise. It can happen to anybody. I have seen in UK also people doing this thing. But we have some insecurities within ourselves. And again, this happens because we do not have clarity in life. We do not know our purpose. See, when we are diverting our profession, our mind is very fluctuating. Mind is fluctuating because there is no peace. Why there is no peace? Because there is no clarity. Why there is no clarity? Because I don't know the purpose of my life and I don't know my values. I'm not practicing my values consciously. That is why I am just shuffling from here and there. Again, day before yesterday, I was talking. Somebody just called me. He's into real estate business. He said, I started my journey with this, then I went into Bitcoin, then I went into that. He was like changing his business every 2 year. He himself confessed that he was greedy and he thought this particular industry or market is growing now. Let me enter into this. And he's nowhere today.
But coming on to this same instance, how could somebody know when is the right time to move on? Like, being an entrepreneur myself, I understand the reasons for this real estate person to be making that switch. But consistency versus profitability, how
Hmm.
could one really navigate this, roadmap?
So, Pulkit, let me take my example. I am a productivity coach. Okay. It's
Mhm.
been 11 years I am doing this. And my another passion is writing. So, I give little bit of time to my writing. But I never allow the writing thing to suffer my productivity thing. Right. So, if you want to start another venture or you want to divert your mind to other venture, you need to see if my current venture is making really good money or is it on autopilot mode. For example, I am a productivity coach and I know I am doing it with a purpose. It is aligned with my purpose. I have got lot of offers in past that join our management, join our startup,
Mhm.
but because I my purpose was aligned with my profession and it gives me peace of mind, I call it sukoon.
Mhm.
That's a very beautiful Urdu word called sukoon. So it gives me sukoon, peace of mind. So I never do anything else because I know that my purpose is to serve the world and make it a better place. My vision is to make your spiritual and professional journey one. And if I just start doing anything else, I won't be focused on this. That's your call. Again, if you have mentor at your side, you can discuss with them. They can guide you better.
But then, how could somebody, really navigate this place of finding a mentor or coach? Because in India, that's like something not even a lot of people are aware of. Like, at max, the parents ask you to go to a career counselor after you have done your graduation. But
Mm.
finding a coach that's with you on your every step of your career, how could
Mm.
one really, navigate that, finding the right mentor or coach? And then, yes, how do they navigate the path forward?
I think in the world of social media, it's not that difficult. And
Mhm.
you do not have straight away have to just go and ping them, hey, I want your coaching. Just connect with them on social media, observe their behavior, read their post, what they are writing. And if they are actively doing their personal branding on LinkedIn and they're writing their thoughts there, you will get to know, if
Yeah.
this is the right person for me or not.
Mhm.
Then talk to them. Most of the coaches are having discovery call free. Talk to them
Perfect.
and ask them thousands of questions. Then again verify them.
Mhm.
Verify them from their another connects, read their LinkedIn recommendations, reach out to people, those who have written those recommendations, how he and she has helped you.
Mhm,
Please, can you give me a journey?
mhm,
Isn't
mhm.
it?
Yeah,
You can do your own survey to find a coach.
I believe this will really help our listeners to now navigate that path of finding the coach, because even for me as an individual, it was a gray area. How do I actually find somebody
Right.
who is right for
One
me
more,
as a coach or mentor?
actually, one more point I want to add here, Pulkit. So there are coaches who are like top 10 coaches and also, top one, top five. So because we see there lot of social media, they are doing lot of PR, so we go to them. Then what we miss there is hand holding. One more thing I would like to add, sorry, I'm not just demeaning anybody, but that's the honest thing I have also find out, and I have differentiated my path from the rat race. So
Mhm,
most of the coaches are doing group coachings, and their hand holding is like way far. For example, how the trend is going on, you come to my free webinar, then you come to my crash course, then you come to my long term program, then they pitch you their hand holding, which
mhm.
is way too expensive for startups at least,
Yeah, yeah.
right? For like who is having team size of 25 or 50,
Mhm,
then hand holding is not available for everybody. Like it is going to take 3, 4, 5, 6 months, but there is a coach who is giving you directly hand holding one to one
mhm.
and just focusing on you. They are not famous. Which one would you choose?
Got it.
Their cost is also low, and
Yeah.
you can verify them from their recommendations and all. So use your brain. Don't just get influenced by the what is shown, by the PR and all.
And even PR is paid these days. A majority of the PR
So
is
that is why I suggest to do, people do organic marketing, write their views on social media. If you are a minded person, you will be able to find out what is true and what is not.
That's true. That's true. That's true. In my personal opinion, I believe organic is soon gonna be a thing of the past.
जी
Uh,
जी बिल्कुल.
while working on social media for our own channels, it's getting a little difficult to, find that organic audience. Algorithms being updated to force startups and other brands to pour more money in on these
जी.
platforms. So that's a different discussion, I believe, altogether. Getting into
One
that.
more thing, I think we are going to take it, cover this forward, not now.
Sure, sure. But if you have any thoughts, you can share. You can share the thoughts.
I was just about, since we were discussing about the organic thing, so I always tell my mentees before you start putting ads on social media for your business, do organic marketing. And in that, do not sell your products or services, educate your client, and join a physical a networking forum
Mhm, mhm.
like
Yeah,
BNI, like TIE, other
yeah.
forums, and then go there, build relationships. Now how social media is going to help you as a new business, when these people, those who are seeing you physically, when they see your profile and they read about you, it helps them to get conviction in you, and it makes your conversion easy. That's why we do paid marketing, and we just burn money, because we want quick growth, we want fast growth. Even people sitting on the chair of Shark Tank, they look for the continuous growth, and they forgot, like, they have also been through ups and downs.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I really find it really unfair when they just look for consistent growth, because business is not always about that.